Hello, good morning. Happy fun day. Woo! It's fun
Yeah.
day. But it kind of is not looking so outside. If you look outside my window today, I'm here in Canada, Ontario, Canada, and there's some white stuff coming down from the sky. Can you believe it? It's spring. But anyways, I will digest. Winter just is a little jealous, but it's gonna move over. So welcome everyone. How are you today? I hope you're having an awesome, fun day. Thank you for joining me today. If you happen to be here jumping on live with us today, just come on and say hello. I would love to say hi to you. If you are catching the replay, comment once so I can come back and say thank you. As well, I'm sure my guest Michael will love to come back and say hello and say thank you for hanging out with us and watching our video. And as I said, saying that right now, that's the guy I'm here to introduce you to, Michael Kribus, who is one of the co-hosts for the series that we are doing called Get on Top of Your Game. And if you want to get on top of your game, you want to click to go to invite to our event. And definitely you want to learn more about Michael, who is co-hosting that. So without further ado, let me just bring Michael on so you're not just seeing my face. Ooh, and before I do that, let me introduce myself because you might be watching this and you're like, I don't know who you are. My name is Kelia Holder. I am your lifestyle change coach, helping to educate and empower you for life. I'm also the proud founder of Committed to Your Success, where I specialize in helping people overcome their challenges while working to achieve their goals and dreams. And one of those big time challenges that we face is time, right? And that is why I have co-hosted this event with Michael Kribus, because he's going to help us beat that excuse to the curb. I should say, kick that excuse to the curb so we can get on top of our game, right? All right, Michael. Let's hear from you. So welcome, Michael.
Thank you, Kelia, for having me. Hello, everybody.
If you're joining us live, you can just say hello. You can say hi to myself or to Michael. And I'm here to interrogate him right now. But it shouldn't be too hard or too struggle for you, right, Michael?
Yeah, I guess we can manage that.
Awesome. Well, Michael, the first thing I want to know is, I know you. I've met you. We've talked. We've engaged. And we've collaborated. But my audience doesn't have a clue about you. They don't know who you are. So can you briefly share a little bit about yourself with our audience today?
Yeah, of course. So I'm 47 years old. I've been working in the high-tech industry for over 26 years. I've started my career as a developer, then became a project and a product manager. High-tech and gadget and computers, since I was a kid, was something I always loved. I was really intrigued by all those sophisticated computers and gadgets. And this is why I love sci-fi and galactic space movies and space exploration. So I'm quite an enthusiastic technology guy. Actually, I have to reveal that I'm cooling Apple Kool-Aid, daily. There was a time that once I was looking for a good MP3 player, and I was looking for a specific player, couldn't find it. So the seller, the shop, introduced me to the Apple iPod. And in the minute I came home and took that device and pulled it out of the box, it was like, everything came to me.
Oh, Michael. Oh, let me put your name up here so people can see your name. There we go.
All right.
Oh my goodness, Michael, you're starting to sound like a typical guy.
Yeah, I'm a typical guy. I was, just minding my own business. I do believe in UFOs and maybe some other beings in the universe. We once thought that the Earth is flat, and planes and submarines were sci-fi, and today we have them. So I believe personally that everything is achievable. Everything we dream as humanity or as a person is achievable. You can achieve your dreams. You can achieve your dreams, and it really depends on what you do in order to get there. So so I was telling to people, the pizza story. I mean, how do you get a pizza? You get a pizza by ordering a pizza. You don't sit at your living room waiting for the delivery man to knock on your door and say, "Would you like a pizza?" It won't happen. It won't happen. You have to call. You have to make the call and order your pizza. And this is what I think that people should do. They have to take action and order the pizza. Other than that, I was struggling since I was probably 18 to manage my time better. Since I can remember myself, it was very hard for me to manage my time. And I want to leave a dent in the universe. I want to be able to help people because I know where I came from. And my mission on this planet is to deliver what I have learned from my own experience of how to make sure that your goals or what you dream of will come true. Because many people think, they have big dreams, they want to make their dream come true. And, the way to do that is use visual pathways. That's visual pathways, like, that's something that is like what gives us the power to control our life. It's something that helps us to
that, Michael.
Sorry, what?
So, I said, I'm glad you mentioned that. So that leads me into my second question for you. What led you to developing the visual pathway system and writing about it?
Yeah. I wrote a book about it. So as I was saying, I had so many things to do. And when you're working in the high-tech industry, there's so many stuff to do, things are coming at you all the time. You got like 300 emails landing in your inbox a day. Everybody's like sending messages. Everybody's running trying to make sure that the due dates have to be committed, project, to-dos, meetings, hours a day. I was looking at my colleagues trying to manage their time, and they're struggling to stay above the water. So I was overwhelmed. I mean, I had so many things to do and so many projects to run simultaneously, because this is what happens when you work in a high-tech industry. It's a high demanding, and I was looking for a way to manage my time. I'm quite I would say, organized guy. I want things to be to run by the numbers. I want to make sure that if I commit on something, that due date is delivered, or everything that I've committed to will be delivered on time. And I was looking for a way. And what made me start writing or thinking that way is that I understand that all the methods or whatever technique I was trying to implement just couldn't help me. Well, why couldn't any other method help me? That was because of what I found out, that those methods are quite, I would say, strict. They are not customized to your own needs. It's like a computer program. You have to go through in that flow. You have to perform those exact steps, or use whatever tools that were suggested. And we all born equal, but we have different needs.
Yes.
So I was looking for something that that will fit my own needs, because I got my own. I have my own way to do. I got my own flavor of whatever I wanted to do. So I was starting to dive into time management, project management, and how our brain works.
Okay.
And when I find out that, during the last couple of thousand of hundreds of years, we started to paint on caves because we want to express ourselves out. We can't keep too much things inside. So I dive into that. What I was able to find out, that we need to express our thought, planning, and dreams outside of how we work.
Yes.
And for me, this was like, it was like a turning point. In my living room, watching this National Geographic TV about air traffic controllers. just watching how they handle incoming flights, outgoing flight, and it was like a moment for me saying, "Whoa, maybe this is it." So I was trying to experiment on myself. I was using cards, like simple memo cards, like those, and I was putting them on my table, writing stuff, actions, sorting them out in groups, and step by step, I managed to understand how time management can be achieved with very easy steps without being overstressed. And this is what led me to write a book about how to manage my goals. What I was trying to accomplish is to weave my dreams into the fabric of reality.
Nice.
Now, before Visual Pathway, I just couldn't do it because it was, too much stuff going on. There was too many monkeys sitting on my shoulders, shouting out all the things. You have to remember that. You have to remember that. And what I've invented is the banana. I invented the banana to give those monkeys to just, make them go away.
Monkeys, get rid of them. Yes.
Exactly. And eventually, I wrote a book about how to manage your time in a simple, creative method.
Awesome. So what can our audience expect for you to discover, join, or get on top of your game event?
Yeah. So what we're going to do in this live event, we're going to go step by step and learn, watch, see, and see by example, how can we manage our life better from personal perspective, from our professional or career perspective. Every one of us have goals, and we have lots to do. And when we standing in front of all that pile of things that we want to do, we have to start somewhere. Now that somewhere start from a plan, and this is what I'm telling to all my trainees. The shortest route from start to finish goes through a plan. Usually people just, try to pick from this pile of things they want to do, and they start doing them. But if you don't have a plan, if you don't have a proper way, a series of steps, simple steps that you are creating or planning or thinking before you are taking that road, it creates a mess. And I think that learning how to plan is a basic skill that we need to learn, because in schools, they don't teach us how to manage ourselves. They teach us history, math, grammar, whatever. And they don't teach us how to manage ourselves. And Visual Pathway is about how people can manage themselves and take back control over their lives.
Awesome.
Because in this modern world, with all those high-tech smartphones, tablets, whatever gadget we have, and trust me, I do a lot of gadgets, we have to learn how to use them. Because, those devices throw at us so much information, so much things are coming at us. Our brain was not built or was not created to manage so much information. But the devices that we are using today are designed and built to attract our attention to them. And Visual Pathway is like a method. It's a system. You don't need any software tool. You don't have to download anything. What you need is a pen and paper. That's what you need in order to set your life in a way that will just drive you into where you want to go. And I think that once I've started to use my own method in Visual Pathway, I felt less stressed. I managed to achieve my goals, and I have managed to decide what's important and what is not important. People have so many things to do, and they started doing all that stuff, but they have to look at a much higher level in order to understand what is important now. What is my goal? Is that action, is something I want to do now, will that contribute to my goal? Exactly. If I'm doing now something, if I'm doing something, is that related to something that will help me go the next level into where I want to be?
Mm-hmm.
And this is exactly, what visual pathway is. When before I started to use visual pathway, I had so many unexpected events. I have to
Yeah.
put out fires all the time. Oh, there was this event, an emergency came in. By the end of the day, I was dealing only with putting out fires instead of doing the real stuff. And this is because I
Exactly.
did. Yeah, yeah. You probably had this experience yourself. Our viewers will probably
That's how
relate
we
to that.
connected. You helped me with my time management, Michael.
Yeah, with much love, Kelia, with much love. Um, so when you plan, and you try to foresee what's coming, you will be able to expect those unexpected events. There's a great quote from Lincoln that says, "If I had 8 hours to chop down a tree, I'll I'll sharpen the axe for 6 hours. Don't chop any trees today, please." But this is, it's a way of saying, we need those trees now. Um, and
Exactly.
this is something that really relates to what I'm feeling, because people start to act, they don't have the patience or the mindset to plan before they move. And the best
Mm-hmm.
way I can describe it is that usually today, people before they start driving, what they do, they put a destination on their GPS, Waze, Google Maps, Apple Maps, whatever. They start driving, and that GPS app takes them to the shortest route to their destination. And this is exactly
Mm-hmm.
what planning is. Just sit down and think before you do. And
Mm-hmm.
the true feeling I get, with using visual pathway is that, everything is under control. You know, if I had like an interruption or two more monkeys jumps on my shoulders, there's an urgent event coming at me, I now know how to handle those events. Before that, I was like, falling off my chair. Oh, what should I do now? Maybe I'll do that. Running around like crazy in this maze. And the tools, the techniques I've managed to discover are built to how our minds works. And this is what's so beautiful in visual
Exactly.
pathway. So now, one last sentence for visual pathway. I call that visual pathway because we are visual creatures.
Mm-hmm.
We everything around us is visual. We like visualization. We visualize our thought outside of our minds. And I believe that if we do that, if we are planning on paper or planning on any app or any software tool, but I do suggest starting to plan on paper. I think it's going to be. It's like contributing to what we do. It's like leveraging our ability to think beforehand, and
Mm-hmm.
visualizing, putting everything outside of our mind, having like sticky notes. I've got a sticky notes board here. I got my goals here. I got my whiteboard here. I got a big calendar here on the right.
Michael, you're not
Uh,
seeing.
what? Sticky. Yes, I got a big planner where, if I want to plan or commit on a date, I don't have to dive into a calendar or whatever, or, just
Mm-hmm.
take a side, look aside. I'm seeing a big calendar. I got the whole year. I got like a pin stuck on every event or every workshop that I'm training on, and I have like a big picture, a visual view of what's coming at me. So I'm able to foresee all the events. I'm better plan. I can better plan for those events, and
Yep.
just take out everything out of your brain.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I could think you kind of answered this throughout the questions that we're asking, but my last question for you is why is it important to know how to get on top of your game?
Yeah. Well, if you want to achieve your goals, if you want to have your dreams come true, if you
Mm-hmm.
want to have a less stress life, if you
Mm-hmm.
want to feel that whatever comes at you, you'll be able to dodge, catch like a ninja. So this is what get on top of your game is like helping you, teaching you, enabling you to understand how to deal with your life and career. This is very important because nobody teach us that, and it will
Yeah.
make you much more successful. Just want to tell you something. I think that was on November, and at November I had a dream. I wanted to make a specific figure of money out of my business. So
Mm-hmm.
what I do, I took those expo marker and I wrote earn X from my business. I wrote it big on my whiteboard, and I had a pin on my due date calendar for that things to happen. I think that was a January 31st of January.
Mm.
So 31st of January came, nothing happens. I couldn't manage. I couldn't reach that figure. But
Mm-hmm.
on that was the 5th of February, I made
Mm-hmm.
twice as much. And this is what I think people should do. They should just put out everything they dream right in front of them. Each day that I'm waking up, I'm standing in front of this big sticky notes that have one, two, three, four, five, seven goals, seven dreams, and I read them aloud to myself. Okay, so they'll just realize into my being, into my mental being. So it helps me to focus. It helps me to become more successful. I have more time to do what I need. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Usually people, they say, I don't have time for this one, and I can't manage it, but can do that, don't have time. But Helia, how does it come? We have dishwashers, we got laundry washers, we can buy small robots that clean the floor. We have cars, elevators, smartphone, tablets, TV. We can order pizza over the phone. We drive 20 minutes to buy our groceries, and we still don't have enough time.
Mm.
Something is wrong here, right? I mean, we have, the more technology we have in our life. Now, I was thinking to myself, we should have more time, but we
Yeah.
don't. But we don't. So I think that getting on top of your game is like being engaged in a session, in a series of session that will expose people to what
Mm-hmm.
really matters. It will expose people to how to properly plan, and distinguish between what is not important and
Yep.
important, to better
Exactly.
realize what are their goals. And I think that, they'll have everybody that will be involved in those sessions will have a much better self-confidence. They will be able to, what I'm telling to my trainees, they will be able to see through walls.
Mm.
That's the best way I can describe it. It will be like you're gonna be,
Yep.
today I feel the office like I'm the superhero of the office. If something is if there's a crisis, there's something that need to be handled, and I pull on my shirt, says usual pathways, and there I go, I'm starting to
There you
save the
go.
day. And I'm helping people to discover their true potential and capabilities using that simple creative method. And this is what I do. But we have to understand that everything have to be done in baby steps. You have
Mm-hmm.
to go step by step. You have to learn the technique. You have to learn how your mind works and adapt visual pathway to your own needs. And
Yes.
I really encourage my trainees to take my system, a method, and tailor that to their needs. I'm like offering a buffet. of things, and everybody should put on their plate what suits them and what's work best for them. Yeah.
Exactly. Awesome. So if you have not yet, I'm making sure that I'll be posting that event again on my page. Click that you are going so you can get notifications when we go live this Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that may be different for your time zone. So please check to see what time zone it is for you. But we will be going live this Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've already had session 1, which Michael went over the basics. But session 2, we're going to be covering the fundamentals. So you're going to get real value out of that. And if you haven't seen the first one, you can definitely go and see that as well. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in with us who were here live. And thank you for all the engagement. It has been lovely. Thank you, Marianne, Elho, and I think I saw Shalina down there. I know if I'm missing anyone else, my apologies. Oh, Adam, I see Adam here. Yes, I'm not seeing everyone in my view here. But thank you for those who were able to join us live. And for those who are catching this on the replay, thank you for taking time to watch this. This has been very informative. And I can tell you, this is a great system that works. When you want anything that works well, keep it simple. And Michael keeps it simple. And this is something that everyone and anyone can adapt to their style. So everyone, have yourself an awesome, awesome, fun day. And we will see you. Well, I'll see you probably later. But Michael, you'll be seeing Michael on Sunday here on live on my page. Have yourselves an awesome day. Take care.
Have a good day, Kilia. Have the best day ever.